Hello, everybody. Happy Friday.
There we go. Hey, sissy.
Hey, sissy, what's going on?
Well, you know it's Friday. We made it. It's Friday. We gonna talk about National Bosses Day. We're gonna talk about Cheese Curd Day and Black Poetry Day.
Oh, wow, okay.
Next Friday.
I'm on here 2 times. I guess I must be really into fun facts.
Right, you ready for some fun facts today?
All right.
Yeah.
So, how was your week?
This week actually was it was a crazy week. Our internet messed up at work one day, and I don't know, it seemed like it was a slow week. Then today seemed real slow. I was like, it's only 2:30, but we made it through the week.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on,
switching cameras. Sissy giving us a double dose of Sissy today. I don't know if you could talk, Tenny. You're muted. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Well, you know, my background is loud. I
Oh, okay. Yep, I see we got the children in the back. They enjoying their Friday night, huh?
You hear 'em.
Yeah.
You hear 'em.
Well, first we're going to talk about National Bosses Day. I know today we celebrated National Bosses Day at work, and it actually is October 16th. But if the 16th falls on a weekend, it's observed that Friday before. So it was observed today, and it's to recognize the hardworking bosses that oversee the workplace. You know, some people be like, I don't like my boss, but you know what? We still need to appreciate and respect our boss for their position, because they're the ones that are over us, you know? Again, that's another message for another day. But October
Exactly.
6th, October 16th began as Bosses Day in 1958, and it was registered by Patricia Bays Harowski, who worked as a secretary for State Farm Insurance Company. Now, she started this day to recognize her boss, who at the time was also her father, and it was his birthday. And so that's how National Bosses Day came around. Sissy, hold on. I'm confused. How you look like you sitting there? You look like you sitting straight in one. Then we got two. You got a twin out there today.
Right.
Oh man, that's funny. So that's how National Bosses Day started, and it continued.
So, do you like my twin?
I see. And it's funny though, because you know it's different cameras, so it delays. So at some points your twin is looking one way and then you looking the other way until it catches back up. So it was funny. It is also National Cheese Curd Day. You know, we gotta talk about some food.
Can be Fun Fact Friday without the food.
That's right. So it's National Cheese Curd Day. And snackable bites of yellow or white cheddar cheese is usually what is in the cheese curd. If you I know there's a KFC and A&W restaurant in Vallejo, and they sell I don't know if they call them cheese curds, but they sell them, and they're usually fried, and they're usually served with a dipping sauce, either ranch or marinara. I just like to eat them like they are, like little cheese bites. Pretty good.
Yeah, I think did I have some of those with you? I think I've had some.
You might have. And it's, if you think of like the cheese sticks, is just cut it into little pieces, and then you have the cheese curds. Yeah.
Yeah. So today's cheese curd, and Wilson is not on here to say she's going to try to make them.
I don't know if Wilson would try to make them though, because Wilson doesn't do cheese too much. So I don't know. That might be a lot of cheese. You have to like cheese to eat those.
Okay, well, I guess we have to try it ourselves.
Yep, we'll try it ourselves. They might have them in the frozen section. We just put them in the oven or put them in the air fryer or something to make them up.
Oh, then that's you. Air fryer.
Because I wonder.
Yeah, that's you. Maybe
if we take like string cheese, the stick, because it's solid, and cut it in pieces, and then dip that into some batter and fry that. That might work. Let's try it and find out.
Right. So if you don't see us here in the next 2 weeks, log on, you know that we had a cheese explosion.
Trying to fry some homemade cheese curds.
Oh man.
It is also National Black Poetry Day. Well, actually, tomorrow is National Black Poetry Day. And this day is to honor past and present Black poets. It commemorates the birth of the first published Black poet in the United States. Now, this name is one, what's the name when you think of Black poets that you might think of?
Wilson.
Okay, other than us trying to write our own poetry,
Hey, Wilson writes some good poetry.
Wilson does, but I know when I think of like Black poets, I may think of Langston Hughes, or Maya Angelou. And so this name, when I heard it, I was like, I've never heard of this person, and it's Jupiter Hammon, Hammon. He was the first published Black poet in the United States. He was born in Long Island, New York on October 17th, 1711. And it's believed that he died in 1805 or 1806. Back in the day, they didn't keep complete records of people.
No, they did not.
And so I looked in two places, and one place said it's believed he died in 1805. One said 1806 or earlier. And
or later.
Right. So they don't really know for sure when. They expect that he is buried in an unmarked grave on his family's land. He was born into slavery. He received an education and learned to read, and he was allowed to use the Manor Library, which also says a lot, because for a Black person to be allowed to use the library and to research and do things, that was a big, accomplishment. Everybody wasn't able to do that back in the day.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to share, it's an excerpt from Jupiter Hammon's first poem, and the title of it was, now I'm doing an excerpt because when I looked up the whole poem, this poem might take up the whole show. So I said, okay, I'm going to read part of it. Just 5 stanzas of it. And I think it was probably like 16 or 17 stanzas altogether. But it's titled An Evening Thought, Salvation by Christ with Penitential Cries by Jupiter Hammon. Salvation comes by Christ alone, the only Son of God. Redemption now to everyone that love his holy word. Dear Jesus, we would fly to thee and leave off every sin. Thy tender mercy will agree, salvation from our King. Salvation comes now from the Lord, our victorious King. His holy name be well adored, salvation surely bring. Dear Jesus, give thy spirit now, thy grace to every nation, that hate the Lord to whom we bow, the author of salvation. Dear Jesus, unto thee we cry, give us the preparation, turn not away thy tender eye, we seek thy true salvation. When I read that, I was like, wow, that's actually something he could have wrote today.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, isn't it?
Yeah, and then especially when he says, "Give thy spirit now, thy grace to every nation," and that's something we hear a lot now. Is like, pray for our nation, protect our
Right.
nation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was like, that's something that could be relevant. He could have wrote that in today's time, and he wrote this in 17. Well, he was born in 1711, so he had to write it in the 1700s. So we'll just say 1700s because I don't remember the actual date when this one was published. But yeah, so that's
pretty deep. Yeah, it can go for today. You know how they say sometimes a lot of people say, no, I live in today's world. I don't look back on history or what have you. And I always say, you know what, I disagree, because sometimes we have to look back in history and it'll give us an eye into the future.
That's good. Say that again one more time.
What, look back into history and it gives us the eye of the future? Yes,
that says a lot. We can't always just keep moving forward without seeing where we came from, right?
And then sometimes you got to mix a little old with the new.
Yeah.
It makes it taste a little better.
And something that's funny how you said how people say, oh, I live in today's time. I was talking to a client of mine and they're talking about how, oh, I always see, people usually have babies laying down. And, oh, it's new now where they're allowing people to have babies in different positions and using the birthing stools. We actually looked and found in the Bible, it mentions women giving birth on a stool. So it's funny how you said that, because things that we may think are today and what's happening right now, it could have happened a long time ago and we just don't know about it.
You just don't know. You never know. Well, that's why we do our Fun Fact Friday.
Yep. To share some things that you may not know about.
Or you think you know, but you got to know where it came from.
Right. And we're going to share the fact. And in fact, if you think of something that you may not know, or you have a question about it, you want us to find it out, send an email to funfactsfriday100@gmail.com. We will find it out. We will share the fact because we keep it 100 on Fun Facts Friday.
That's all we can do.
And so we actually got a question in to Fun Facts Friday 100. And this question, we had to do some research because it's one to make you say, I'm like, we gonna have to look up that one. And the question is cereal a soup? I'm gonna repeat that. Is cereal a soup? Now, without looking anything up, I was like, is cereal a soup? I'm like, well, it's a substance inside of a liquid that, because they do have cold soups like gazpachos, but I actually want to look it up because we want to keep it 100 and share the facts.
But you say they have cold soups like gelato, but guess what? They have hot cereals too.
They do, but hot cereal isn't as liquidy. If you think about oatmeal, well, I guess if you don't know how to make oatmeal, because if your oatmeal is super watery like regular cereal, the consistency of it isn't the same.
That's true, but you still, I know with my oatmeal and with my like cream of wheats and wheat hearts and all that, I still pour milk over it to give it that.
Yeah, I do too, especially if it's that evaporated milk. Okay, we getting off.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to go make me some cream of wheat.
I was just about to say, you gonna make me want to make some cream of wheat. So we looked it up. And this was our thing. They're both mostly liquid and they're served in a bowl. So does that make them the same? What do you think, Tanny?
No,
that doesn't work. Okay.
No. I'm just.
Well, you are correct. The answer is, looks like she got cut off. The answer is no. Cereal is not considered a soup. Cereal is not considered a soup based on the definition that soup is a liquid food made by boiling or simmering meat, fish, or vegetables with various added ingredients. Now, that's one definition of soup. So going by that definition, unless you're boiling some fish, meat, and vegetables to put into your cereal, it's not classified as a soup. However, Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines soup as a liquid food, especially with a meat, fish, or vegetable stock as a base, and often containing pieces of solid food. So it doesn't say that it is made by boiling. It just says a liquid food, especially with a meat, fish, or vegetable stock as a base. So using that definition, cereal would count because it's liquid, which is the milk, and it contains pieces of solid food, which would be the cereal.
Right.
So I don't know. We're going to leave that one up to your interpretation. What do you think? I think
also,
that cereal is cereal and soup is soup.
Well, so it's just like soup. When you eat the soup and you eat all your veggies and everything out, do you take your bowl and drink up your broth that's left over?
I drink the milk, yes. Just like I drink the broth, yeah. But I don't have any meat and fish in my cereal. But you know what? Again, though, if I have oatmeal and I have bacon, sometimes I will crumble up that bacon and put it inside my oatmeal.
Ooh, so you made oatmeal soup.
See? Because I put my meat in it. But then, you know what? I disagree, though, because my oatmeal is not liquidy. So that would take that away again.
Well, I don't know.
I think it's a hard no.
Right, yeah.
You can't. You're not gonna be feeding me that for breakfast and dinner.
But we do eat breakfast for dinner sometime.
Yes,
we do. But it's just not. I know. It's just not the same. That's all I'm gonna say. It's just not gonna work out.
It's either soup or cereal. Cereal is not soup.
Exactly.
It's not cereal. Okay, I agree with you. So Wilson, hi, happy Friday. Uh-oh.
She's there.
I see the fence. Oh, she in the bushes. I see the leaves and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Wilson.
That's Wilson. No telling where Wilson
cutting the hedges. Yeah. So I don't know. Going by the definition, I would say that cereal is not a soup.
No.
We'll let you, if you want to call your cereal a soup or pretend it's a soup, you can pretend. But please don't go to a restaurant and ask for the soup menu and expect to see soup on the soup menu. I mean, cereal on the soup menu. I don't think it's going to show up.
One thing that I can say is, yes, it says they're the same. They're both served in bowls or what have you. But just like hot soup, you can have, like we're talking about, cream of wheat and oatmeal and everything. They both can warm you up. So, you know.
You want to say
about it.
You want to call the cereal a soup, huh, Sissy?
No.
I think Sissy want to call cereal a soup because she voting for it. No.
Well, that's just, what? Like,
oh, really?
Just like we say, you can have breakfast for dinner.
Yeah.
Some people say, I don't do breakfast for dinner. I only do breakfast and breakfast. So.
That's true.
But I'm not saying
it's a personal preference.
It's not a soup. But
what y'all get
they
from
both are good. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we're gonna leave that one as a no.
Oh, snake.
In the community, we're gonna mute you, Tanny.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. Anaya just came.
And then when he was
Anaya coming waving.
Mm-hmm.
We see you. So, Wilson, can you talk yet? Maybe she'll talk when she get all the way on.
No,
Look like I saw her hand pop up.
Wilson is probably trying to find some veggies to make a soup because Wilson does make a very good chicken soup.
Yeah, she does. But I'm gonna ask her next time. I'm gonna say, can you make some veggie cereal? She probably gonna look at me crazy.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna have to get off of it. But you know, the way that they're making so many things nowadays, turning this into this and that into that. I don't know.
Yeah, we might find some veggie cereal one day. Or
You know,
you
just
know what?
like-
We're gonna go in the cereal aisle one day. We're gonna find a cereal that's gonna say made with 100% vegetables.
But that's what I'm saying. So
That's what's going. Yep.
but
Yeah. So we'll leave
I
that
won't buy it.
I'll let you try that one. Take that one for the team.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm not into that hydrated stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, I'll let.
Mm-mm.
So before we go on Pull Up a Flyer, there is an event that is happening. We're going to have a couple things going on in the community this weekend. And this one is an Alzheimer's, I always say it funny, Alzheimer's walk. And it's to bring awareness and fundraiser to Alzheimer's. I think we got it. There we go. And this is tomorrow at the Harbor Plaza in Suisun City. So walk to end Alzheimer's, Solano County. And so it's asked to bring a flower. For more information, you can go to alz.org/walk. alz.org/walk for more information. But that is October 16th, which is tomorrow at the Harbor Plaza. I was looking on here. I don't see actual time. So you have to visit the website and get some more information and to register for the walk. And that is
I know one year when I did it, it started at 9, but that's
a lot of those walks do start early in the morning.
I
remember when I used to do the diabetes walk, it would start early in the morning. Yeah. So yeah, and then we have a couple other things in the community. We have pumpkin patch train rides that is going to be tomorrow and Sunday, October 17th at the Western Railway Museum. The museum opens at 10:30 a.m. and the first train to the pumpkin patch leaves at 11 a.m. They'll be going through the day.
And you know what? Actually, it's, you know, if you can get out there and do it, it is actually very nice. You're on these old trains. And a lot of times he'll get to a spot on the railway and he'll have to stop, and then they have to pull these like slivers down and then actually go and put them into the track to make the track turn.
To be able to keep going.
A lot of people don't know that that's what they used to have to do back in the day with these trains. So it's actually, you know, it's a pretty nice bumpy ride. But when you get to where the pumpkin patch is and everything, it's like almost like, whoa, look at all of this, you know, hay rides and all that stuff. So it's actually a fun. It's fun. Actually fun.
Where's that at?
The Western Railway Museum in Suisun off of Highway 12.
Yeah, it's off Highway 12. It's about maybe 15 minutes on down the road or something.
Yeah, it's not that far. But it'll be, so that's tomorrow and Sunday. Then they have a couple other dates throughout the month. I think next weekend they do it also. But that starts at 10:30. And then this Sunday they also have Military Vehicle Demonstration Day. And this is at the Military Armory on Abernathy Road. It's at the intersection of Abernathy and Suisun Valley Road. And that is Sunday from 9:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. They will have military vehicle rides. They're going to do a car crush with the big tank, I guess. Car show, food, and a flea market. And that is on Sunday. So it's a couple of things. What?
That's the fun to go to that too.
To see the car crushing? Yeah, I think I said one day I want to go to one of the demo derbies.
That's another thing that gives you your history, you know, of the military and the vehicles and everything. So both of these events, you know, not only are they fun, but they provide you with some history. And remember I said, what we say earlier, sometimes you have to go back. And then you can see to your future. So
that's right. And then Sunday at 10:30, we can catch Sissy in the chat at WOFCCFairfield.com. She'll be in the chat, or you might happen to catch her in person. You got to see 10:30.
You never know.
Also open in person on Sundays at 650 Parker Road. And then you can always catch us here next Friday at 6:30. We'll be here. We might have a special show for you next Friday.
Right.
So be sure to tune in. Email us your questions to funfactsfriday100@gmail.com. We will answer, we will share the facts, and we will keep it 100 with you. See you guys next week.
Have a great week.
Goosey.